Arnold Schwarzenegger talking with us about blowing up the moon right here, right now. Governor, I was surprised, a lot of people gave me a hard time. I was talking on the air the other day about scientific research that I read that, someone called in, and I don't know how we got into it, but I said that the moon was the reason for so many of our problems, and that based on what I've read, scientific evidence, that even women would be mellower, and this was a joke, but it's true. Women's periods are controlled by the moon, the tides and the moon, and even women would be more relaxed if there was no moon. Also, the tides in the ocean would no longer be a problem where you see these monsoons and tidal waves, and maybe even tsunamis.
What is a monsoon?
Well, okay, a tidal wave. You wouldn't see it, but a lot of our weather problems would be alleviated if the moon wasn't there. And I understand you support this.
Let me tell you something, Howard. I want to make a big announcement here on the show. This is why I'm on today. Because of you, always with you, Howard. You always come up with the great genius ideas. And then I will take credit for it, and I will not thank you for it.
Now, by the way, if you think the governor's joking, there are thousands of miles of coastline in California that would be affected if the moon wasn't there, in a good way, because you would see there'd be less danger. Am I right?
You're absolutely right. Let me tell you something. Because
you and Arnold have figured this out.
Yeah.
I am going to propose a bill that will bring about the destruction of the moon.
Thank you. Finally.
Yes, and I'll tell you what.
California's taking on that project.
Yes, let me tell you something. First of all, you talk about the tides. Who the hell needs the tides? It comes in, it goes out.
Right.
It comes in. It cannot make up its mind. We don't need that crap.
Well, in Florida, they have something called red tide, which is horrible for them. The tourist industry is affected. The fishing industry is affected by red tide. All of that would be eliminated.
But the tide doesn't have anything to do with the redness.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Listen, Robin, you don't know what you're saying. This is what, listen. Also, it would cut down on crime, because we discovered that over 90% of all the crimes is committed during the full moon.
Full moon.
So, right. So if we get rid of, so why not, instead of war, maybe everybody could be rehabilitated. No, just get rid of the moon.
Less erosion, less drownings.
Let me ask you something, though. What about
Wildlife?
The romantic factor? There'll be no more sitting down, gazing at the moon on a moonlit night.
I admit it's beautiful, but the benefits would be amazing.
Listen, let me tell you something. The moon is useless. Buzz Aldrin, he put his foot in the boot in the dirt and all that. Let me tell you something. Who cares? I mean, the flag has been sitting there. Nobody cares.
Right. It's so true. Right? Thank God there's a politician who I can talk to.
So let me tell you something. Listen, the American flag has been on the moon for so long. Do you see any other country's flag? No. You know why? Because it's useless. Nobody cares.
Nobody goes up there.
Nobody goes up there. Also, listen, people say, well, I mean, at night we can use the light of the moon. We've got electricity, fire, torches. You can use this stuff.
Right.
Give me a break.
Well, you know what? I know that you're a great guy, and I know you've read the scientific research as well. You don't make this.
But can California make this decision on its own?
No, but he's introducing the idea in a serious manner.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I'll tell you what, if they don't do it, I will go up there myself, and I will destroy the moon myself. You know I can do it. You know I can do it.
Right. I know you can do it. You can do anything you set your mind to.
Absolutely. Also, like you said, Howard, I mean, without the moon regulates the menstrual cycle of many women.
Right.
If we get rid of that, no more PMS, no more bitching and whining.
Right.
Just perfect.
Yeah, women will be more like guys who just want sex all the time.
Absolutely. Who can argue with this bill? Who can argue with it?
Well, let me tell you something. We're having a good laugh and a good time, but I want to thank you for taking it seriously. I backed the governor when he ran.
Absolutely.
And I still back him, especially now that he wants to blow up the moon. What is the best way scientifically to blow up the moon? That's the part I get.
You don't want fallout.
Right. Well, we're doing some research on that. I've got a think tank that's right now working on this process. But Howard, you're instrumental. Any feedback and any input that you can give, please let me know.
Thank you, Governor, and thank you for getting up so early this morning.
I appreciate it. Listen, you guys are great. You have a great day, Howard, and I will talk to you soon.
You too. And by the way, this is truly a nonpartisan issue. This is not about Republicans or Democrats.
Everybody has the tide affects everyone.
Everyone can unite on this.
It's about the moon.
It's about the moon.
The moon is useless. Get rid of it.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Now, Howard,
Governor Schwarzenegger.
Goodbye.